Oh, we're live. Damn. Oh, yeah. Guys, I stepped through. I'm not gonna lie. Knocked out. I was so tired. I'm still tired right now. I'm like literally tired. The airport was filthy. I literally took like 3 hours at LAX when I landed just to get out. Literally, traffic was people. It was a lot of people. Just seeing the airport yesterday makes me want to buy some airline stocks. Like, I was confused. There's a lot of people. Yeah, right. This is we're back in the headquarters. There we go, baby. Um, I need to keep up with the news. I'm on Twitter trying to see what's up. Good morning, Craig, Chicken, John. Let's see. We're trying to get Rob on. I was trying to take a look at pre-market as well. What did I miss, guys? I probably missed some news out. So we're not doing too bad on GameStop. 230. Yesterday we got a 211 drop here. Yesterday we took a beating, guys, on GameStop. It was stupidly oversold. I'm expecting a rebound today. Let's see. Tell me why my MacBook was way better to stream with than this freaking PC that sucks. I literally had to restart this twice in order to get this running. Let's see. Oh, he's calling me. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. There we go. Kind of weird not having you by my side, huh? Whoa, like,
Oh yeah,
alrighty. So,
yeah, yeah. Last couple of days were different.
100%. Trading in person, different time zones.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well,
C3D.
not for you, not for me.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I want to do New York now. 3 hours.
Oh good God, no, you don't.
Why?
Huh? You don't want to be in New York, trust me.
You feel like it'd take more of your day out in
No, no,
or
it's just you'll want to go over there and slap the crap out of some traders.
oh, pull up the Citadel?
Yeah. Well, they're in Chicago. They're in the same time
Oh,
zone.
don't they
Same
have
time
a
zone I
couple
am.
different offices though?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they got Florida. I'm guessing they got a New York, but their headquarters is Chicago.
So that big golden building, I believe the one the one I always see on Twitter, is that Chicago?
Yeah, the one that they're always saying, "Oh, it's lit up at 2 o'clock in the morning." And what doing?
Oh,
Yeah, that one's. I think that's their headquarters. Yeah,
so Melvin's the one that has the New York, right?
yeah.
Hmm. So do you think they really sold the 5 million yesterday and today or next week we'll hear about the completion of it?
Actually, it might file today. Like because I was just now responding to John in the chat.
Hmm.
Uh, that it all appears to because that short-term on balance volume, uh, even though it's not a good indicator, but it showed basically from what was it, like Tuesday being up about 2 million, and then close of business yesterday it was down by about 7.5 million shares. So that kind of swing indicates to me that new shares came into the pool and they were sold off. So uh,
All
so I
synthetic.
think I think the offering is done. We'll hear about it. It'll be filed in the next couple of days. Well, today or with early part of next week.
This pattern is so repetitive on AMC. I swear it's literally the same pattern all the time at market open. We push up at market open and then we start getting beat. It's
Well,
the
I don't
same
know, man.
thing.
That
I
that
keep
that push that I don't know. Okay, you're looking at AMC on that on the left. I'm used to you're having GME on the
Oh,
left.
okay, let me switch them.
Yeah, because I was looking at GME and there was a big push a little early to drop it, and it kind of spiked back up and it dropped. I mean, it's funny to watch.
Robert says AMC. Oh, Robert Londa says AMC is stuck at 44. Um, There's
I
some
think,
resistance at 50. We weren't really able to hold above 50. I mean, it's still early to call it. We could have a reversal, but we're kind of struggling here again at market open.
oh yeah, I mean, we just it's the way it is when MSM is trying to push something else as the new Wall Street bets meme stock. I mean, everything they're trying to take attention away from the two that are really going to hurt them.
So I know we mentioned something like a couple weeks ago talking about how this could have been all ramped up just to make it seem like this was a squeeze.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
Actually, we
and now
talked
that
about it
now that
even
it's pulling back, and it just you look at the 4 hour and you kind of see it pulling back, it's giving off that impression.
yeah, and that's what Give it another couple of days in mainstream media, CNBC, MSNBC, hell, maybe even Fox. I don't know. Uh, they'll sit there and start trying to say, yeah, squeeze is squoze. It's not, at least not on GME, and I don't think it is on
Hmm.
AMC because I was sitting there watching them create more synthetic shares, more SI. That so, I mean, whereas before I didn't think AMC had much of a squeeze potential, I'm starting to see a good squeeze potential on AMC.
Did you see Adam's tweet yesterday?
No,
We sent it in the chat about the share count. How he said there were no, what was his exact words? Let me see. There was no mysterious something like that.
I don't know. I
Let me
didn't
see.
see it.
I'm pulling it up right now, but my PC is really. Is it lagging for you guys? Take a look. Yes, actually, says there's no mystery. This was yesterday. No, this was 2 days ago. Let's see.
Outstanding shares. AMC's number of shareholders in
This
the
one.
U.S.
It's
and
this one.
abroad have been to about 4.1 million, and you own more than 80% of AMC. There are no mystery that the count included everyone, both individuals and institutions. Okay, so if individuals own more than 80% of the shares, and the institutional number is greater, that is the institutional greater than 20%?
According to what?
Ortex, Yahoo, or any of
I,
them.
I think Bloomberg also had that around that percent.
I mean, if it's more than 20%, then there's definitely some mess. But see, again, this is old. He's going by old data. He's not. I don't think he's counting what happened. He's counting the votes that came in before. I don't think he's counting the votes right now. Or actually, they put out? Yeah, they put out their new one. I don't think he's counting the new tallies, and I will bet you any amount of money that there's been another, I don't know, 20%, maybe 25% of synthetic shares created in the last couple of weeks.
20?
Yeah, that's my bet.
I mean, we
Remember,
had their volume that was being ridiculous. It was high. We're trading. What did we do? 2 times the float one time on one day on one occasion. We were almost at
well,
800.
we did we did 140% of the outstanding shares one day,
Yeah,
and
that's
100 and some
crazy.
odd. And those days, I'm sitting there looking at the numbers, and I'm going, "There's no way that shares are changing hands this much if
We're
the apes are
holding.
sitting there holding 50, 60, 70, and if he's saying 80%,
Something's not
uh,
right. I don't know. I'm a little confused too. I don't know what to believe anymore. The numbers and I don't know.
well, I'm thinking, and I said that day that we did 700 and whatever million shares. I'm sitting there thinking, Jesus, they just created another 50 to 100 million synthetic shares. And yeah, some of it was traded back and forth, so it was probably zeroed out. So I'm gonna go with, on my low side, 50 million shares were created that day, and they're out there with the apes. So that in
Hmm.
and of itself is what's going to help. Whereas before I did not see much of a squeeze potential, that's actually adding to the squeeze potential in my mind.
But then I saw a lot of the replies on Adam Aaron's tweet, and the apes aren't really too happy with them. But
Because he kept
he
diluting them
can't.
to the quizzes. I mean,
I,
but he
it's
had to.
it's not even the dilution anymore. It's like it's the fact that I mean he can't even go out on Twitter and be like, "Yo, there's a lot of synthetics," you know. But
No,
the fact that I think he said some key words in there, like there's no was it no mysteries.
yeah,
I think that kind
that
of
probably
like
didn't make him any friends. Yeah, that
that's what
one.
I'm
Yeah,
saying. If he kind of knew about it, but he couldn't outright legally say directly, I think
actually,
he
he
would have
couldn't.
just kept quiet or not used certain
Oh
phrases
wait,
like there are no mysteries in yesterday's shareholder count. Like he started off with that. That's
actually,
a
you know what? Given that that they've got a new proxy out, he might be not he might not be able to say anything.
that's what I was thinking at first, but then again, if that was the case, why would he say or why would he start off the tweet by saying there are no mysteries in yesterday's shareholder count? He should have just not said that at all. You get what I'm saying?
All right, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on,
Let me hear it, baby. Let me hear it.
and I can't believe I'm actually gonna say this.
Mhm.
Maybe, oh God, all right, maybe you should have shot me at the shooting range. Um, he's more in tune with Reddit now. His son is way in tune with Reddit. They all know that. I mean, he and his son know that AMC crowd, all the various Reddits are sitting there saying, yeah, there's 150%, there's 120%, there's 100% SI. Um, oh, good God, why am I saying this? Anyway, there's no mystery. If everybody already knows, then there's obviously no mystery, correct? So maybe he is right. Maybe he's speaking in code saying, you guys are right.
Oh, I know what you mean. I didn't look at it that way. There are no mysteries in yesterday's shareholder account.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We already know, we already know the truth is there. So there's no mystery to it. And like I say, that's my tinfoil hat on AMC and Adam Aaron, who I really don't like, but maybe he's just speaking in code saying, yeah, you guys are right. There's something here. And don't you dare laugh at me, garden gnome.
Adam is a suit, so I can't trust him. I mean, he got a lot of backlash on this. Just looking at a lot of the replies, this guy just says Adam sold out. Looks like his actions are to stop the squeeze. He's out of shares to stop our momentum, so he posts this BS.
Oh,
The
all
replies that
right.
are here are not happy. This guy says, "I swear to God, this man is trying everything to ruin the squeeze. Why can't y'all wake up and see this?" And he got 267 likes on his reply. Seems that way, doesn't it? He's never been on our side. Blah blah blah.
The truth is, he hasn't.
He hasn't, and we've talked about this. I take a lot of hate for saying I don't trust Adam Aaron, and you should watch your back. But I try to just give him the benefit of the doubt. Understand that he's a CEO. You know, he has to.
I mean, the very last interview he gave with Trey was actually the most honest one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where he truly did speak to the shareholders. That was, I mean, and that was amazing. He did that, and I mean, he did kind of move up a couple of steps up above Kramer in that respect with me. It's not many steps on that ladder that he moved up, but he did move up a couple rungs. And if you don't put Angry Garden Gnome in a timeout, I'm going to
What happened?
read his last post.
He says you love Adam Aaron.
No, Robert and Adam sitting in a tree. You sorry POS.
You was right a long time ago. I something was just wrong with my gut when Adam Murray initially came out. I don't even want to repeat. I feel like I've said this story so many times. The dilution, the 500 mil. I already knew like this guy's intentions. I saw the colors, but I still try to give him the benefit of the doubt after. Like I try to read
And I,
him.
and I was hardcore against ever giving him benefit of the doubt
No,
until that
Robert would
last
not give
interview.
him the benefit. Robert
No,
would not.
I
Absolutely
would
not.
have pissed on him if he was on fire. I might have thrown gasoline on him.
Oh man,
But I mean, I know. I mean, seriously, that last interview was the
that was
best
good.
interview yet, and it had the most. It really did. He was actually more humble and talking to his shareholders, his
Mm,
bosses, um, in an appropriate manner, and giving them the information that he could, and in a language that they could understand.
mm.
Unlike talking about himself and his friendship with Winston Churchill in World War II and whatever else he was going off on.
That first
Uh,
interview was fluff. It was just all
oh yeah.
fluffed up. The second one was legit. I like the second one a lot because there
So
were some real questions asked. Trey didn't go in there playing around. He asked the
yeah,
questions everybody wanted to know. Yeah, we're bouncing nicely here on GameStop. Yesterday, I think it was the opposite. Yesterday, we were kind of speculating that they were trying to hold GameStop from falling to not trigger the SSR. But I don't. I think.
I think they were. I mean, because it kept holding and holding and holding just at that, at that 14%, 14.4, 14, then it go up to,
Mm,
go to 13.9. And I'm sitting there watching this the whole time. I'm going, man, somebody's trying to keep this from going SSR. And I mean, SSR doesn't mean shit except
mm.
for the fact that now the SEC has a laser focus on some of these stocks and what's going on behind the scenes. So I think they were trying to keep the SSR off, and they failed. So I have a better feeling today for the SSR to work, as not. I don't think as much is going to be going on in dark pools and on the OTC. I mean, there's still going to be trades there, but I think that ultimately, I really think if they continue to do this shit, even with the SSR on, I think the OTC is going to start getting regulated. And that's what really needs to happen.
Isn't GameStop already in the works of working with the SEC and providing information to build a case?
Well,
Which who
we
knows?
don't know. We don't know what the SEC is looking into and what records they requested from GameStop. We have no idea. But my personal opinion is I don't think it has anything to do with manipulation by GameStop. I think the SEC is looking into how their stock has been manipulated. I think they're looking into what the numbers of votes that were truly returned before they were all adjusted to make it look normalized. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm thinking that this the GameStop executives are working with the SEC in order to be able to sue the fuck out of whoever the SEC finds has been playing these games.
I mean, we're pushing right now hard, 235. We're having the comeback here reversal. And like you said, somebody was probably trying to hold this yesterday and failed because AMC there was some pretty steep drops midday, and you would see that with GameStop, right? And it was kind of holding here for a little bit. There was some strength there, like somebody was holding it up, and then we just flushed down under.
Yeah, and Angry Garden, you got it right. They didn't hit them with warrants or subpoenas. They just requested information, and you know, GameStop turns it over. They got nothing to hide.
Buckle up, huh?
Oh, that's right. And
That's
hey,
the.
and Darth, at least the SEC is looking into the janitor's closet, not looking at whatever Pornhub they were watching all these years.
So a couple days ago, I think we talked about it. There was this whole not even a screenshot. It was a picture that was circulating Twitter and Reddit about this user. Her name was like Ellis or Emma. Somebody
That
correct
was
me.
yesterday.
There
That
was
was
there was
yesterday.
it was. I looked at it and then I was like, all right, this is BS. Someone just probably edited the picture. They said that This was taking up the picture of a computer at Citadel. It was the original or the true dark pool OTC price of AMC, which was sitting around $1,300 a share. I was like, all right, this is probably fake. And then it turns out to be real Emily is the account. Bullshit account? Okay, maybe because the account was terminated. I can't find that account anymore. They took it down and somebody screenshotted a picture of her LinkedIn and it said that she was something, a marketing something Citadel. She had a marketing job at Citadel. I thought it was BS. I don't know though. What do you think? It's all fluff?
Dude, I look. Uh, I want to believe. I got nothing to prove or disprove it. So until there's definitive proof, I'm gonna take it with, like, I don't know, 10 pounds of salt. Um, to be honest with you. And yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's see, what was one of the things that they found on her Twitter account was something about her wearing a quarter zip, quarter zip hoodie or some shit with Citadel on it.
It was a mask, I think. They asked her for proof, and she had a face mask, and it had Citadel, the logo.
Well, that too, but no, there was another one that they found where she was like drinking a cup of coffee, and she had commented about how she really enjoyed, it really liked. Maybe she was being sarcastic about getting one of these uh, uh, company perks, that they give away companies give away all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, does she work for Citadel, or has she worked for Citadel? Probably. What department? Don't know. Don't care. Was it true? Man, it'd be nice. Man, wouldn't that be nice if that
Oh,
was true? But if they're going to the dark pool and paying that kind of money, why wouldn't they just go to it's so much cheaper right now. They could have been buying these synthetics back from the market. So, and if it is true that the dark pool's that high, oh my God, where are just multiplied by 10, I think, is a safe number for in the market.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it was at 13 something, $1,300.
It was 15 something.
1,500?
Yeah, it was over 1,500.
Because in the open market, Gardenum says because in the open market, it would cause the algos to blow the system up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
guess what? They'll blow the system up anyway.
we were talking about the high frequency trading yesterday too. Let's go GME 242. Oh man, at least we're green the day. Yesterday was bad. Where are the whistleblowers? Somebody could collect the reward. You mentioned this yesterday too, right? The whistleblowers.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I mean, these things, when the awards come out, that stuff from anywhere from 2 to 5 years ago. It
Mm-hmm.
takes a long time for the SEC to sort through everything and finally go, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Hate to say it. Here's your money and here's your fine, offender. And that's all it really boils down to ever is a fine, which is stupid. The SROs do not need to be regulating themselves. They need to be regulated by a governmental agency. It's the fox guarding the hen house.
This gives them time to hide money in the Caymans and get new passports with real names. People are gonna disappear after this blows up. The time frame is just what people are wondering. Is the SEC even gonna do anything? And if they do, how long is this gonna take?
I don't know, 2050?
Oh no, 2050.
I'm just throwing a
No,
number
I
out there.
know, I know.
I mean, don't ask for crystal ball stuff because my crystal ball's broken. I'm just gonna pull numbers out of my ass.
So yesterday you were calling me at the airport, right? Talking about the chicken prices. I need to talk about that. The
Oh,
chick
good Lord.
the chicken
Yeah, go
shortage in
ahead.
Texas. So Rob was on the driving back, right? And he said that he had heard on the radio, if I'm correct, that
Yep.
there was a shortage of chicken.
Chicken wings, to be
Chicken
specific.
wings. Chicken wings. So get ready for those price hikes because these companies are gonna pass the price
Yeah,
to us.
grocery stores are now just like toilet paper. Back when COVID shutdown first started, chicken wings are now you're limited on what you can. And here in Texas, you're limited on the number of chicken wings you can buy from the grocery stores. And on top of that, the prices have doubled. Go figure
Inflation,
that one.
baby.
Oh yeah. Uh,
So
just keep it. I had a conversation with you, and then I turned around and had a conversation with my ex last night.
mhm.
And I was like, because she eats out a lot, and I'm like, honey, let's just say your dining out bill is $1,000 a month. Let's just And she's like, oh, I don't know that I spend. I said, honey, I lived with you for how many years? I know what our dining out bill was. I know what your dining out bill was.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you might as well go ahead and start tripling that unless you want to learn how to cook.
Chicken wings. Not only that, they look like chicken wings from Chernobyl.
Oh, so they're killing them younger and younger to try and keep up with the demand. Great.
Chicken wings company joined the S&P 500. Microvision joined the Russell 2000 yesterday, by the way. Let's take a look at this. Oh, coming back down
Thank him.
21. Let's see, Tesla is it flopping back down. Nasdaq, it's green today. The VIX is getting wrecked. Don't bet against the Fed. That's something I'm trying to learn.
Hey, well, they've got that instant money machine,
Yeah, it's so hard trying to time the
and
Fed.
they're going to keep printing more and more and more because the value of the dollar gets less and less and less.
Buy Tyson stocks. She is gonna be rich for you investing her money properly, though. She can afford to buy food when the time comes. There we go.
A Hillionaire, I'm not so sure about that because the cost on feed is going to go up. I don't know. Everything's going to go up. So I don't think Tyson's going to be any more profitable. If anything, uh, I would pay probably the grocery store chains.
So we're seeing the same exact thing slightly on AMC as we did yesterday. Same patterns, man.
Zoom back in and compare that. Zoom back in and compare those two.
The AMC. This looks
AMC and
exactly the
GME.
same.
Damn near.
How are these other
This is ETF.
stocks?
This is ETF stuff again.
T BlackBerry, Wendy's. Is Clover coming down still? 1343 low.
I think King XL's asking you.
Do I regret selling AMC? Of course I do in hindsight. Why wouldn't I? Buy WPF. WPF, I got a proxy for the vote yesterday in my email. they're trying to dilute, man. They're trying to dilute 30 million shares.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
What? They don't even have a company yet.
And they're
What
trying
are they
to
doing
get
for?
employee bonus or something like that when they have like 3 employees. Oh man.
You told me that. I busted out laughing. I was like, "You gotta be shitting me." I think that was when I was driving too. I can't remember,
We're
but
going to
that
Phoenix. We're going to Phoenix.
it was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
I was like, nope, it's straight up from the proxy.
When I had him rate all the places he ate while he was here, and he actually rated one that I actually forgot about. Chef Point, I think, is what it was
That was
called.
the best place we ate at, Chef Point. 100%. No doubt. No questions asked. Chef Point.
And if you guys ever want to figure out what we're talking about, Google it. And one of the very first things that'll pop up is Guy Fieri went there as part of one of his shows, and the the man that started it is from Nigeria, tried to get a loan through the SBA for a restaurant. They wouldn't give it to him, but he could get a loan for a convenience store or gas station. So what he did is he got the loan and he made half of it a 7-Eleven convenience store gas station and the other half the restaurant. And it's blown up. The food is actually really good.
It was
And they got
really
some
good.
damn good drinks. They had a tiramisu martini. Oh my God.
You got some banana. What was it banana?
The banana, whatever the hell it was all right. The first one, the second one was kind of sour, but the first one was good. But the tiramisu martini was
That was
just
good.
out of this world.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Tom. Did you guys hit the
And then we
lodge?
rated the other restaurants. The only thing I didn't get the chance to get him to was a real Texas barbecue house.
Oh yeah, we didn't go. We hit Saltgrass. Can you guys explain the dark pool shares and what that is about? Why do their prices show 1,500 or it's interactive broker or something like that?
Um, all right, dark pool basically is Ralph's a trade. Ralph's a broker dealer. I'm a broker dealer. I can email him. I can call him and make a deal for some shares. Of ABC Corporation. We can make that deal through a text message, through a phone call, through an email, and we don't even have to register those. It's just between us, and we'll ship we'll ship the shares over to each other, and he'll get the cashier's check.
And it's usually big positions. They're big
Yeah,
trades too.
it can be tens of thousands of shares. It can be any number of shares you want.
Mm-hmm. But
Um,
but initially, that's what dark pools were for.
Yeah, I mean, it was designed for the big and institutional banks to not affect the market if they wanted to get out of a
They're
position,
not gonna
or
tank
they
the
wanted to
market.
swap, or if they wanted to swap positions, and somebody else wanted to get out of a particular position, they could swap the shares and exchange a little cash, or and not hurt the market, not raise the prices, because these are generally large blocks of shares. Um, but the $1,500, I can't explain that. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's conceivably possible that Darth is right. I think it was Darth that said it. That it would just blow up the algos, blow up the system. Possibly, I don't know. Because I'm not a broker dealer. I'm not in the industry, so I don't know. And I freely admit the things that I don't know. As far as interactive brokers, I don't know how they have anything to do with it. They're
Interactive
just a broker.
brokers.
They're just a broker.
I don't understand that either. Interactive brokers. It might be because they have shares to short on GameStop and AMC. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Is it because they have shares to short on GameStop and AMC? I don't know. I'm just taking a
Uh,
wild guess.
well, every broker has shares that are in margin accounts, or they have people, whether it be institutionals or whales that loan their shares out. Every broker has that, and if you don't, if Joe Retail wants to make a little money on the 100 shares or the 1,000 shares or the 10,000 shares, they can opt in, or in some cases, you have to actually opt out of share lending. Um,
Oh,
and
stock lending
and
program.
and you get a pittance of actually what your broker's actually charging. They tell you what they tell you what you're going to get, and that's not necessarily the deal they make. So I opt out in all cases. I make sure my shares are locked up, because basically I'm giving somebody my shares to bet against me, which is really stupid. I mean, unless I'm getting like 100% interest, in which case, okay, go for it. And that's fine. Um, Do they still have any cook your own steak places there in Grapevine? No, not that I'm aware of. I haven't run across any of those in a long time. I find those out west, Utah, uh, maybe Nevada. I think there's still some in New Mexico too, but no, I don't think there's any still left here in Texas.
Scorpio, there's a couple investors. Do you answer John's question? Is that what we're talking about right now? Basically, the stock lending program.
Yeah, I hope we answered it as clearly as possible. I know we didn't answer everything, and it's because we don't know all the answers.
Yeah. Gardenum says you should have made homeboy a Texas brisket. He said it would have taken 18 hours.
No, I smoked briskets for 16 hours,
16 hours.
and it's wood smoke, and the only thing that was at the Airbnb was a gas grill, and no, thank you, I don't do that.
AMC $42. Still kind of consolidating here. GameStop 230. Yeah, the volume has been low. I took a look at AMC. No, I mean it's still ridiculously high, but compared to other days, the volume in AMC is kind of diminishing. It isn't as crazy as when we were ramping up 50, 60, and hit 70. The volume right now for AMC is 37 million.
That is kind of low,
10.
relatively speaking, for the
Scorpio.
last week or so.
30. Oh, man. Everyone on this side of the squeeze play needs to opt out of security lending 100%. So buy a smoker.
Absolutely.
Or find a new Airbnb in Texas.
I mean, and seriously, unless you're getting 50% or better interest on your share lending, you don't need to be lending your shares out, because you're betting against yourself. You really are, because what they're borrowing them for is to short them. They're going to drive your money into the negatives.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
You're basically giving them the way to F you over.
Uh-huh.
He's like, here, you open the doors. The Big Texan is known for its 72-ounce steak.
Yeah, it's up in Amarillo.
The steak is free to anyone who in 1 hour
Yeah,
or
but
less.
you're
Oh,
eating
eat it
all
in
of
1
it.
hour?
You're eating all of it. You're eating all the sides, and you're eating all the fat and the gristle and everything else too.
That's nothing. That's light work.
Oh yeah, right. And it's also last time I was there, and that was 8 years or so ago. It was like $120.
Yeah, rather just that's light work. 72-ounce steak.
You couldn't eat everything on your. You couldn't eat your. Oh Lord, don't even start with that. You didn't finish your mushrooms. Did you finish? I don't think you. I think you finished your steak. I'm not sure you finished your sweet potato.
No, it's
And I
not.
don't think you finished your salad. So don't even.
Rob can't even finish a Texan appetizer. No, they're massive. I'm used to getting like 3 little microwaved mozzarella sticks out here.
If you think about say a plate of sliders, and out in California, 3 sliders is the entire meal. And they charge you like $30. It's $10 a slider. Ralph was just like, wow. Everywhere we went, he was just like, wow.
Yeah, literally, you guys weren't joking when you guys said everything's fried in Texas. Oh man, you guys weren't joking.
Yeah, seriously. If there's anything at all, if it's edible, it'll be fried in Texas. There's no question about it.
Yo, I was just shocked. Can I get up and go to the restroom?
Are you asking about over at the Big Texan? No, you cannot leave the table.
No?
Nope.
Let's see.
You
I need
the table.
The Big Texan. Or is that what the meal is called, or the restaurant?
That's the restaurant.
It's a nice little yellow restaurant. Let me see. Arizona woman eats 70-ounce steak. Let me see, 72-ounce.
The women get I want to say it's like a 45 ounce, if maybe it's a 50 ounce, but they get a smaller portion.
She ate two. Arizona woman eats 272-ounce steaks in 1 hour.
No freaking way.
Yeah. Arizona woman
Oh
eats
my
two.
God.
If she can do it.
But you see all of that, the bread, I mean, all of it. You've got to eat all of it.
You're talking a little ass piece of bread, man. Little ass salad.
But that stuff fills you up. So, I mean, how
This
that
is
won't,
massive.
Jesus, she had to, I mean, starved herself for a day or two. You can't starve yourself too long because your stomach will shrink. But
Or she probably took a massive bong rip and just got the munchies and cheater. She cheated. Keith said that I would just cry. Oh man.
oh man. Let's see, what else have we missed?
AMC's getting ready to rip. It's consolidating
Oh,
at 43.
John, call your broker and ask and tell them that you want to sequester your shares,
BAM investor
and then
tweeted.
and then have them confirm that via email.
BAM investor tweeted not about AMC. Dow futures model is bearish into Sunday trading. Wait, and my work shows a dangerous air pocket in the cash market as we trade into next week. Risk reward is worse than summer of 2008 per BAM model. See, sometimes I don't understand his tweets.
Okay, read that back to me because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, here it is on the screen. Dow futures model is bearish into Sunday trading, and my work shows a dangerous air pocket in the cash market as we trade into next week. Risk reward is worse than summer of 2008 per BAM model. And this
Okay,
person,
all he's saying is the same shit I've been saying for months.
see, some people say, "What the f does this even mean?" Air
It means
pocket.
look for a crash worse than 2008.
Yep, we talked about this yesterday. Come on, VIX, start creeping up on us. But at the same time, you're trying to play against the printer.
Ward, I got to tell you, I've looked at Wish. I haven't looked that closely. I'm still not looking at it because I know it's a distraction. It's a pump and dump. They're going to sit there and try and get people to they're going to try and get people to pull away from AMC, GME. Not yet. They're changing the storyline to distract from GME, AMC, and probably Bed Bath and Beyond, or maybe BlackBerry. I mean, Bed Bath and Beyond has a good business, and I just don't think Wish is going to be doing much of anything. I think it's gonna peak and it's gonna crater. If you want to play it. That's your call, but be careful.
Those are pump and dumps. They don't sustain themselves. They just come right back down. GameStop and AMC on the other hand are at least holding these levels. Well, then market's not really getting ready to crash yet. You'll know any gets ready to crash. You'll see wide and loose playing up at the tops for about 4 to 5 weeks before it does.
And we're not seeing that now. Okay. I'm seeing it. I've been seeing it for months. It's over. This is the longest bull market in recorded history. It's impossible.
It's coming
is
off the fastest
impossible.
shortest bear market too.
So when it crashes, it's going to. It's going to be on the scale of March 2020, except it's going much lower.
Shout out to margin trading, all the margin that's out there. We talked about BlackRock too yesterday. BlackRock. Was
Oh
it
yeah,
BlackRock?
buying houses
Was it them?
130, 150% over ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're moving their money into into real estate, fixed assets, things of that nature. And yeah, they'll probably end up having to hold it for the prices they're paying, they'll probably end up having to hold it for 5 years or more. And I'm thinking more like 8. And that's how long, that's the time frame I think it's going to take to recover.
Can you explain what exactly happens when the market crashes to our shares and whatnot? It gets wrecked.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I mean,
you get slaughtered.
even the blue chips are going to get slaughtered,
You get
but they'll
wrecked.
recover faster. They'll hold more value than any of the growth stocks.
Y-
They'll hold the the Fang the Fangs might hold, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose a lot of market share too.
mhm. Because that's also one of the first things people are gonna buy on the dip. Because there's gonna be a lot of people waiting on the sidelines too. I've been waiting,
Yeah, and I mean
holding
the
a mess.
problem. Go ahead.
I was gonna read his message. He says holding a massive bag. That's up to you, man. If you cut your loss, you take your profits, you hold it all the way down, ride it back up. I don't know.
All right, I'll give you an example.
Hmm.
March 2020, I was still driving. I was still over the road, so I wasn't able to watch. I wasn't watching the market as close. Uh, I lost paper losses. I lost over 50%. It took 6 months for me to get back to break even. And now those were established, solid, relatively solid companies that I had faith in. That is the potential. Now, is it going to take, I mean, the blue chips, is it going to take them 5-8 years to get back to where they were? I don't think so. The growth stocks, probably, and that's if they even survive.
Hmm.
Now, these weren't negative beta companies either. These were all, slightly positive, slightly negative. They weren't on the order of AMC, GME, things of that nature. The negative beta companies are going to act in the exact opposite, or they're supposed to, and historically they have. But they're going to act at the exact opposite of the market. So when the market's going through the floor, they're actually they're starting to rip up. So if you're talking about the meme stocks that have a future, that have cash on hand, like now AMC and GME, they will survive. They will get stronger, and the dollars that they have sitting in the bank will be able to be used much more effectively than on a market that's overinflated and frothy right now. So that means those stocks will probably do a lot better than some of your other growth stock companies out there. So yeah, me personally, um, I'm happy where I'm at, 90% in GME. I'm not real happy with my Mara right now. I'm not real happy with my other miner. Let's see, what else do I have? I think I've got a chip stock too. Not real happy. Well, actually, no, I'll be okay with that one. It may lose a little bit, but it'll come back up. So, I mean, you do what you want, but when I start, because now that I'm retired and I sit here and watch this damn thing every freaking day, all day long, unless I, get bored and, because nothing's going on and I just go take a nap, which I do. But anyway, when I start seeing the indications of the 70s or high interest rates when I start seeing interest rates coming up from the Fed, I'm going to start looking to get the hell out, because what we've been doing for the last couple of years, or actually last 10 years, is printing money and trying to support an economy that can't be supported much longer like this. And I'm going to be basically, I'm just going to be holding GME and watching it, go through the roof, and I'll exit at some point, and then it'll be cash until I see it where I think it's bottomed out and I start seeing it come back up. I'll let it bottom out, and I'll let it come back up another, 100 points, 150 points, 200 points. Then, because will have recovered, that's when I'll start buying it. I won't be buying on the very low because you never can time the market.
Never. You could
So
buy the dip and it could keep on dipping.
that's right. I mean, and that big, the big example is, GME just yesterday, or even the day before, it did that nice little climb up. It went sideways for a little bit, and then it just started tanking, and then it tanked all day yesterday. A little up, a little down, a little up, a little down, but most of it was going down. If you thought you bought a dip and it kept going,
Oh man.
it's just that's the way it is. But if it comes back up above where you bought, then you made a good bet still. It's all up to you. It's your money, your account. You just got to go back and start looking at history and start looking at what led up to these things, like
Low
back
interest.
low interest rates initially back in the early 70s.
And what do we have right
Then
now? What do we have right now?
Right, and then we had the oil embargo, and it trashed our economy. So interest rates started having to go up, even though that was probably not the best thing that could have been done at the time. But interest rates started going up, going up, going up. Banks or savings and loans were putting out some really bad bets, as far as who they loan money to and all of that, and they cratered, they crashed, they failed. Then you've got the housing market, which scares me, considering we're talking about BlackRock yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
um, and we got Congress talking about trying to convince banks, or banks are actually starting to look at issuing credit cards to people that don't have credit cards, don't have a credit rating. They're trying to free up the credit market again. And I say this, they're trying to free up the credit market again. The home loan rates are extremely low. This is really starting to look a whole lot like 2007, 2008 again. So I'm like, yeah, this shit's not going to be good. When it comes crashing, it's not going to be good.
Especially with the margin, the leverage there is right now. It's just gonna magnify how fast we drop. All these margin calls. Oh man.
So, Ragnar, I hope you're not on a margin account. Please tell me you're not on a margin account.
In that case, you'll probably lose everything quick. Let's see.
I need a hobby. This is my hobby, or at least it was a hobby. Now it seems like it's a freaking full-time job.
uh, let's see what. 12. Volume 42.
Yeah, Daryl, I'm older than dust. Yeah, I actually lived through 2008. I lived through the 70s. Yeah, I can speak from experience on this shit.
Hobby, addictions, whatever. Oh man. It's GameStop's just still at the same price. Right around 230. AMC right around 43 still.
And that's just further indication to me that the dilution, that offering is done. We'll be getting the filing on it next couple of days.
Hmm. The Lehman Brothers.
Oh God, man, I swear, if we start seeing, well, you know what? Burry hasn't started shorting. At least he hasn't broadcast that he's shorting it yet. Yeah, mortgage-backed securities again. 'Cause
he
that
was
was all,
shorting
those are all
treasuries.
crap. Yeah, is he shorting? Yeah.
He got a bunch of TLT puts.
Yeah, he's shorting treasuries and he's shorting, or he's got puts on Tesla too.
Oh man. Should we do a power hour stream guide today?
Damn, Ward, you're older than me. We got somebody older than me. We got an old man in that. Oh, thank you, Lord. I'm no longer the grandpa here. Welcome to the club, Ward. Love you, man. Love you.
AMC looks like it's about to break out.
Yeah, Ward. My thing, my price target on AMC is really about $20 to $25. I think it's up there. It's got some squeeze potential, but yeah, it's going to crash hard at some point. Damn, Daryl, you're older than me too. Love it. God, John is 1950. Man, I love this shit. I am the puppy. I'm a baby. Yes, you need to start putting these people on.
We should just have everybody on Discord. Have like 10 people on. Well, it might be a
Oh, hell,
lot.
you know what? You could do a group chat call on this thing, couldn't you?
Yeah, let's do a power hour. Who's willing to hop on power hour? I could do it. Yeah, we could do a Discord. Can we? Yeah, I think we can.
And a bunch of us old farts could sit here and talk about how we walk to school uphill 10 miles each way in 10 foot of snow,
Oh man.
barefoot.
Thorsten says I'm a little younger than you. 1969, the best.
Oh wow, Ward says 14 to 20. Well, I guess if you count in the new dilution that they've done, yeah, I guess that's fair. And still counting on them not having full occupancy. It's a fair number.
I have a grandson older than Ralph. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, GameStop names here putting me to sleep. There's no action. I'm gonna set a couple of alerts. I guess we'll come back power hour, guys. Power hour. I guess we'll call it here, Rob. We'll be back power hour. Alrighty, everybody.
Okay, Ralph. I don't know how you got a bunch of old farts in your chat, but you must be doing something right. You really did. You really did.
We got rid of all the youngsters, all the trolls, or what?
You got a bunch of old farts here that actually like what you say.
Go take a
Well,
nap. I need to take a
at
nap
least
too.
you're not the hype. You're just not the hype kind of guy. So it's pretty cool.
You bring the balance in us. Ugh. Yeah, we'll be back power hour, guys.
I remember cars with no seatbelts. I remember cars where the third point, the shoulder strap, you had to hook on yourself. My first car was a 1966 Dodge Coronet. 3 on the tree, slant 6.
Bro, it's an old man trapped in a young man's body. Oh man. The community is great here. I love the community we have here. Come on, don't do this GameStop.
I miss the days when we had, when there weren't open container laws.
What's up with my GameStop? Did it just freeze at 226.66 or what? Oh, there we go. Damn, there really isn't that much volume on this.
Oh,
It froze on there for like a good 10 seconds. Live long and prosper. There we go. So we'll come back power hour, and we'll probably have some of you guys on if you guys know how to work Discord. I'll put in the Discord link right there. Oh, with that being said,
I guess
huh?
Patrick joined late. He's gonna have to go back and try
Yeah.
and see what's going on.
Part-
I don't know that the chat updates. Every time I go back and look at something, I don't see more than maybe a page and a half of the chat. It's really funny.
Yours is faster than mine. Okay, guys. Thank you, Rob, for hopping on. You want to hop on later too, or are you gonna be you're
Sure.
gonna be taking the nap?
No, I don't know. I might be. It's
I'll
hard to
wake your
say.
ass
I
up.
mean, the market looks boring right now.
It's market's not doing anything right now, guys. GameStop is just consolidating. AMC as well. I'm pretty sure as soon as we end this, something's gonna happen. This always happens.
It always does.
Why call Power Hour? Let's do it then. All right, guys. We'll be back in a couple hours. Why call Power Hour? Thank you, Rob, for being on. We'll have
Hey,
you
not
on
a
later.
problem. Thanks, thanks to everybody for making me know that I'm not the oldest one here because it really sucked. 'Cause I thought I was talking to a bunch of millennials and whatnot, but this actually, I actually like this.
We'll
All
have
right,
a we'll,
guys.
we'll have an interesting chat on later. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your morning, day, night, and I will see you guys in a couple hours. Peace out.